Welcome back everybody to this 2-game series between NightRaid and Team ImpreZa. It is the Joint Dota League season number 5's group stage for the Asian division. We're of course HeflaTV, I'm Coucher, and well, game number 1 ImpreZa, they were just clearly the better team. I don't think there's any two ways about it. I don't think anybody who saw that game could have denied that for game number 1, but maybe NightRaid coming into this game number 2 maybe switched up the draft a little bit. Of course, maybe it just got away from them. Even the best teams can just still lose quite miserably, to be honest. So we'll see how it's gonna end up. As Lion, the first pick for ImpreZa once again, so favoring that hero as NightRaid. Starting with an Earthshaker this time around, so already something different from them. But are we gonna see like a Vengeful Spirit for them once again as the secondary one? Maybe pick up a core like a Troll Warlord themselves? Sorry guys, had to take a little bit of water because even though it's February and usually it's freaking cold, I had to pull the blinds over my window because the sun, it was so damn hot. Also, my monitor just almost was ready to blow up because of all that sun, man. It's February, guys. Usually it's like minus 20 degrees Celsius in Estonia at such a time, but at the moment I think we're in the just plus degrees even. I'm not entirely sure, but it's a little bit weird to be kind of like sweating during the winter. Okay, so we have 7 degrees, guys. 7 degrees Celsius. What the hell is going on? Global warming, guys. Stop driving with cars and planes and whatnot. I have no idea how it's possible for it to be this warm at this time of the year in such a place. Wow. But coming back to this game, NightRaid. They are at their second pick. They're taking definitely a longer time now with this one. If they want to, they can go for like a older or slightly older combination of an Earthshaker Sky of Mage, for example. What else could they pick up? Maybe an offlaner, go for like a Tidehunter, maybe the Centaur once again. Although last game didn't work, doesn't mean that it's gonna be the same for this time. But Vengeful Spirit in the end will be the pick. So that just means that their supports are locked in as Team ImpreZa, although they know that the two heroes already have stuns for NightRaid, still picking up a Storm Spirit. Now though, they ban out an Anti-Mage, and to be honest, Anti-Mage is definitely not too bad of a hero against Storm Spirit, especially if there are any kind of stuns on the side who has the Anti-Mage at the same time. But they don't even really need stuns that much for Anti-Mage to get the mana break attacks in, just because Storm Spirit himself, especially early on, he is gonna drain his own mana pool. Just zipping around with Ball Lightning, using all of the abilities. So just one mana void might wreck the Storm Spirit completely. So we'll see how they're gonna approach this as NightRaid. Banning out a Doombringer now. So what are they even going for? Having banned out the Doombringer, maybe they want to pick up a Slark. Definitely a hero that gets just completely countered by a Doombringer. Oh god. Well, after the Anti-Mage, ImpreZa, are they gonna span out some more lockdown? Some core that would also have some stuns. Well, for now, banning out a Bristleback instead. Definitely not a hero with stuns, but can make good use of the minus armor that the Vengeful Spirit provides. And well, NightRaid. It's time for them to start picking up some cores. I think it's highly likely that the Slark is going to come out for them. Of course it might not, we'll see. Thinking about cores that can do or dish a hell of a lot of damage while at the same time maybe have some disables at the same also. I guess something like an Invoker might not be too bad. Maybe a Queen of Pain for themselves. A Puck once again could be possible. Puck is a decent hero to try to deal with the Storm Spirit with the Blink Waning Rift Silence. But Dream Coil, for example, Storm Spirit doesn't care that much about unless you're already out of mana. But Queen of Pain will be the pick this time around for NightRaid. ImpreZa, they had probably one of the better Queen of Pain games last time around. Team ImpreZa going for a Nyx Assassin now as well. I mean, Spike Carapace can definitely be nice up against Sonic Wave, for example. It's not that hard to predict when a Sonic Wave is coming because there's a little bit of a wind-up. Queen of Pain like inhales, kind of draws the upper body back a little bit and then comes forward again. with that scream, or with the Sonic Wave. I guess the Sonic Wave is a scream at the same time. Just, it's that high of a scream that it turns into a Sonic Wave. Whatever, guys, whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, guys. As NightRaid, 4th pick about to come at the moment. Fairly aggressive heroes. Earthshaker can act as both the defensive and aggressive support if need be. But now maybe something tanky for the front lines. Bristleback, of course, already banned out. But maybe they do want to go for the center once again. Maybe pick up the Tidehunter off lane instead. Maybe it's gonna be a completely different option though. They're picking up a Razor. Okay then. I guess Razor until... Or is this even an aggressive tri-lane? Razor definitely not too bad of a hero. Also, it's like, if you're up against a Nyx Assassin, for example, you static link him up, you start chasing him, even if you activate Spike Carapace, you still continue chasing him, just because static link will still keep on stealing damage. And once Spike Carapace ends, then you start hitting. As people are calling that is a core Earthshaker, but I have my doubts, especially now with the Razor coming out. I mean, Queen of Pain could still be off lane, but I really don't think the Earthshaker is going to be a core one. Up against so much disable that Team ImpreZa has, and they definitely have plenty of it. I mean, Storm Spirit, especially if you go for an Orchid as well, and I think up against Queen of Pain that might be the case. It does depend, of course, how good of a start the Storm Spirit has, but Lion, Earth Spike, Hex, Nyx Assassin, Impale, as well as Spike Carapace, somewhat. You can call it a disable. Of course, you cannot, like, randomly create a disable unless you're up against a Batrider who has a Firefly or somebody with, like, random AoE pulsing around. Team ImpreZa now themselves. 4th pick about to come. I'm not too sure how, if this Nyx Assassin is gonna be offlane or support, but it may mean that ImpreZa want to pick up a support as picking up a Tidehunter instead. I guess Nyx will be in the support role, unless it's going to be mid lane Nyx with Storm Spirit safe lane or some... No, I just don't see it happening. But Tidehunter, it's always nice to see that hero, to be honest. Maybe kind of a letdown that you cannot fight as often as you would possibly like. But every 2.5 minutes when you have the Ravage, the enemy just needs to shake in their boots, because going up against Ravage, especially should it be a double Ravage, is not easy by any means. As now, Morphling removed by NightRaid. Of course, Team ImpreZa did show that they favor the Morphling in game number 1, and they had an excellent Morphling game at it as well. So kind of a respect ban for now, but Team ImpreZa, what other heroes could they go for? There's still like a Phantom Assassin, for example, if they want to go for that one. Even a Gyrocopter might not be too horrible with the amount of lockdown that they have for that cooldown to follow up. Or... What other popular... It's still the Slark, even for themselves. It might work out. I mean, NightRaid, apart from like an Echo Slam, they don't have too much to stop the Slark from just activating the Shadow Dance and backing off. Queen of Pain's Burst might be a tiny bit scary, but Slark once again banned out. Not Slark, excuse me, the Omni Knight once again banned out. And with this NightRaid picking up a Shadow Fiend, so I guess the Queen of Pain will be, well, either offlane or maybe even solo safe lane with a Razor, Vengeful Spirit, Earthshaker, aggro try. And with the Shadow Fiend, NightRaid, they have a lot of firepower now. They have physical damage, they have lots of minus armor with that Wave of Terror and the presence of the Dark Lord from Vengeful and Shadow Fiend respectively. So Team ImpreZa, unless they want to end this game really early, which at the moment they really don't have any pushing heroes at all, then they just need some more late game themselves. I guess Phantom Assassin might still be decent-ish, but staying on target of the Queen of Pain is going to be somewhat hard. Chasing down a Razor, just because when you're chasing people as a Phantom Assassin, you rely quite heavily on getting the Stifling Dagger. If you use it on Razor though, or the Phantom Strike, you're just gonna get purged and you're gonna be left behind again. It's just gonna outrun you like that. So I don't think that would be the best pick here. Also, any kind of melee carry might not be the best up against Shadow Fiend, because the Death Requiem is gonna be so painful to run into. But ImpreZa, they only have 8 seconds left for their last pick here. So, Templars, well, okay, Templar Assassin definitely fits the bill here. is good against mid lane, or in the mid lane up against Shadow Fiend. If it's even gonna be a mid lane Templar Assassin, might even be safe lane with Storm Spirit mid. It's just the fact that NightRaid, yes, they had a Queen of Pain, but being able to send a Queen of Pain mid lane means that the other lanes might not be as strong. I guess, to be honest, they could even leave like a Shadow Fiend safe lane up against a Tidehunter. Should have a fairly easy lane for the Shadow Fiend there. So Team ImpreZa's lineup this time around maybe feels a little bit different than in game 1, but if they play the same way they did in game 1, they're still gonna have no problems, I think. But this time around, NightRaid, they have the flash farming capabilities of a Shadow Fiend. Even Queen of Pain can farm rather fast using the Scream of Pain, pushing out the lanes. Then the disables from the supports. Hopefully those supports are gonna start getting pretty active early on. And NightRaid, they also have reasonable ways to deal with the refraction. Best of them all, of course, I guess Shadow Strike for now. But the game, once again, paused as we get into it. Doesn't mean that we cannot introduce the lineups though. So for the side of ImpreZa, Meow playing the Nyx Assassin, leaving ZC up on the Tidehunter. Fantastic. Playing the Templar Assassin with Yuwa on the Storm Spirit, and last one is going to be Dian on the Lion. As for NightRaid, for the Dire Side Virus, playing the Earthshaker, leaving room for the Queen of Pain. No chance to play the Razor with this Zedisbug up on the Vengeful. And last but not least is going to be Mr. Crowley, the stand-in, playing the Shadow Fiend. I think it's the Crowley meant Mr. Crowley from... Well, if I see the name, at least I myself think about... how can I forget? Oh, Supernatural. Yes, Supernatural. Totally had it on the tip of my tongue. Crowley, kind of an awesome guy. Looks slick as all hell with his suits all the time. Some people should like always wear suits because they look fancy as all hell. Go has been given though now, so teams are ready. If this is gonna be a stomp, there's gonna be a long time for us to wait for the next game. So sometimes I hope for fast games, sometimes I hope for long ones, but if this is a long one, I won't mind because there's still a solid 1 hour and 30 minutes until Burster vs. Awake is supposed to start. But we have no idea why we're even paused. Go was given by NightRaid, whereas ImpreZa... No idea. I guess they aren't ready. They're not saying anything either. That's the thing I dislike the most. People just... Okay, yeah, sec. How nice. Lion, oh, Lion again? Shit! NightRaid is also like, again that dude is in the toilet? What is he doing during the draft? At least he looks pretty wicked. Not as ugly as normal lions do. Because the horns, I mean, the third eye definitely is weird. I mean, why the hell would be a cosmetic be a third eye, guys? Who the hell made that up? It's like, really? What to do? Let's make a hat-like thing, but give him really long horns and the third eye. It's brilliant, guys! We're gonna make tons of money! But Go has been given now, so... I guess maybe the creator of the set has made tons of money by now. Who knows? But 1 minute, 20 seconds counting until the creeps spawn. This courier though, oh god. I love this courier. Shaggy Bark. Look at how happy it is. Wiggling his tail. Has birds nested between or on the horns. Oh god. This courier is the best. What do we have in opposition? Okay, that's the... Despicable Me, right? Despicable Me inspired courier. But there is a smoke from NightRaid. They smoked up rather late as well. So they're gonna make sure that the smoke duration will not give themselves away. Tidehunter might be in a lot of trouble to get behind the trees. He does get fissured. Magic Missile to follow as well. Maybe overlapping the stuns by a tiny bit, but he's completely blocked off. Body blocked now by Vengeful Spirit perfectly. Did have boots, but in the end, Mr. Crowley gets the kill with the Shadow Rays. Room 4 also got the Shadow Strike up onto the fantastic Templar Assassin. But no follow-up there, and Templar Assassin also did start with boots. But great first blood for NightRaid. Definitely already a better start for game number 2 than they had for game 1. So, nice start. I mean, maybe it's gonna be somewhat of a slowdown for Crowley, but then again, if he gets a bounty rune, he's gonna get a level 2 fast enough, so he's not gonna get any necromastery like... Or let's just put it like that he's not gonna be falling behind in last hits due to not having necromastery level 1. Because he only needs like 2 creeps and he's gonna hit it, so that's no big issue at all. Storm Spirit though, for ImpreZa, will be heading towards the mid lane, but there is an aggressive tri lane from NightRaid. Will we see another Fissure coming out? Magic Missile was there. Virus, he was thinking, oh, there's the Fissure, it's not gonna be a perfect block. This tree can be eaten, and never mind, he can run through here anyway. But what are they planning with the lanes? Is it Tidehunter support? Top lane Meow farming Nyx Assassin? Okay then, so this lane is gonna struggle quite hard, guys, up against what NightRaid has. ImpreZa, they're going for something different, man. Who's to say if it will or will not work out, but... At the moment, all I can say is that this lane, even for a Temper Assassin, is not gonna be the easiest one. I mean, if he gets Fissure blocked, what can a Tidehunter do? Absolutely nothing. Like, literally nothing. Maybe you can try to gush. Maybe if you're on the same side as the Temper Assassin of the Fissure, you can go in and try to Anchor Smash. Top lane though, blink out, but the Earthspike still connects. I think he targeted the hero with the Earthspike. So he was a little bit lucky that the AI pretty much of the game managed to turn him around immediately and get stunned anyway. But he got the blink off before, had the Hex immediately, followed up by the Impale as Shadowfiend. Oh god, they get the kill, sorry guys. Fissure block, Tidehunter, he was rotating into the mid lane now. He's just all around doing nothing. Support Tide, it's a little bit underwhelming. He is sitting in the mid lane until the real mid laner, the Storm Spirit, gets back. But Storm Spirit, before he hits that level 6, I mean, Shadow Rays is just doing a crazy amount of damage, especially them being at least level 2. So, great start for the Shadowfiend, 9 last hits already. Shadow Strike onto the at the same time, room, completely out of mana. There's the Earth Spike, no Impale even needed. With one more right click, Meow gets the kill now though. Virus coming in, oh, the Hex and the Impale at the same time. And with that enchant totem, extra damage, gets a kill. Another enchant totem needs one more. Nope, healing 7 Meow. Doesn't have enough mana for another mana burn, which isn't cooldown anyway. But we're gonna have a Shadow Rays miss. Meow, nice dodge there. So he does make it out. And well, had they used the Impale and Hex after each other, not overlapping them, they probably would have made the escape there, as Sidisbug with the haste rune does deward the observer here. So 50 gold. Also, no vision anymore for the Templar Assassin. So it's going to be a hell of a lot harder for him to position himself properly. But 3-1. Oh, top lane. We might have a kill again. Nice body blocking comes out. Spike Carapace buys a little bit of time, but there's no Fissure, not enough mana for it. Meow runs towards the top side. Is he trying to TP out? He doesn't have any space, but they're not going to follow him. Okay, then. Why did you let him go? Not too sure, but Virus does have a Soul Ring coming out now, so Earthshaker. Next time around, he's gonna have the guaranteed Fissure to just secure that kill. Meow. Back towards the top lane, a little bit low on mana maybe. Doesn't have Arcane Boots quite yet. Last hit wise though, still 13 and 2 on the Nyx Assassin compared to 8 and 1 Queen of Pain. So top lane has been a, well, I'd say a success so far for ImpreZa. Bottom lane though, Temper Assassin also has 6 last hits only, so I guess it's kind of a trade-off with the Queen of Pain and the Templar, but Queen of Pain can do a little bit more with just having levels. I mean, sure, you would want to have farm on really any hero, but Queen of Pain, once you get enough levels, once you have enough burst, you can start farming heroes. I mean, a little bit the same story with the Temper Assassin, but just not as easily, so needs a little bit more team coordination for that. As Mr. Crowley will make it so the Tidehunter cannot snatch that rune from the bottom side, and that's an invis rune as well, so Shadowfiend, he should feel rather safe that if he gets ganked, if he can get off the invis, he should be fine. I don't think anybody's carrying detection at the moment. Oh, never mind, there is one sentry on set C, so they might even get the kill if Storm Spirit, never mind, doesn't have Electric Vortex, so without that, I don't know if they're gonna be able to get the kill. Invis is there, they popped the sentry down, they need a little bit more. Crowley, keep on running, Magic Missile is there, and he's gonna get to a safe distance, maybe turn things around. Shadow Rays, there's one Shadow Rays, make it 2. They get the 1 kill, a 3rd Shadow Rays, but he gets Earthspiked up now. He can't do enough, and suddenly he's the one getting hexed. Although he's bottling up. Does he have enough? No, he does not. If it was level 6 and had the Death Requiem, probably would have gotten the kill on the Storm Spirit even with the level 1 Requiem. But Temper Assassin also coming in there just provided enough damage to get the Storms or the Shadow Fiend before the Shadow Fiend killed the Storm. So NightRaid. I guess they're not looking like super great, but they're still looking good fast far with last hits and everything. Although mid lane, Storm Spirit does have 25 compared to the 17 of the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend does have 3 kills though, so it might make up for that fact. Especially considering that Mr. Crowley, I believe, also got the first blood. He did have the bottle before the creeps even just hit the mid lane. And he can always just farm up the jungle, which at the moment isn't stacked at all. A little bit saddened to see that one. Supports not taking care of the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend himself can go in and stack. Just push out the lane, mid lane, well, pushing out the lane is so easy as a Shadow Fiend, just 2 Shadow Raises and that's done. But top lane, Nyx Assassin about to hit level 6 soon enough. Queen of Pain is also level 5, does not get impaled, just runs out of it. Bottom lane, Fantastic, gets a double damage rune. But 1v1 matchup against the Razor, not that easy for a Temper Assassin just because, well, Static Link will ruin you. Arcane Boots now, finished up on Nyx Assassin, so once he gets level 6 he should have the sustain as well, but there's a smoke in the meantime. Dian on the Lion, being level 3, double points into her spike. Top lane though, they get the stun on Meow, will they have enough follow-up? Nice impale, catches both heroes. Room himself pretty low and help all of a sudden. Is bottling up, but Virus also lacking some mid lane. They're gonna get Mr. Crowley, I think, ball lighting, one more right click, they get it. Virus is gonna get the feature, nicely done on both. Now, Zedisbug doesn't have enough mana. Now he does. He has a magic missile. Are they going to get the kill? Quite possibly they will. Enchant Totem will also come out. They need some more damage. With the Shadow Strike, they will have it. Vengeful Spirit picks up the kill. So, mid lane, a 3-for-1 trade. Yes, they get Mr. Crowley, but if you look at the end result, that was by no means worth it. Maybe Nyx Assassin should have... Then again, he was forced to back off. Didn't carry a TP, so there was no way for him to come into mid lane to help. So 7 minutes in, 7-4, NightRaid, having the advantage. Looking at the graphs, about the 1700 net worth lead. XP, only about 700, so it's not that big of a deal yet. Not as great as ImpreZa's rather lead was in game number 1. But NightRaid, they also have a pretty sizable amount of late game. I mean, yes, ImpreZa, they have a Tidehunter with a Ravage, but, well, in the future that is. But double Ravage for a support Tide. Not too sure if he's ever going to be able to farm that one up. No chance. Does get slowed down now. Psionic Trap as well. Earth Spike used. Hex to follow. He does have the Afterstorm activated, but so many creeps. 3 heroes. Nice kill on the Razor from ImpreZa. Miado, is he finally going to go for a Vendetta somewhere? So this Pug in the meantime came in from behind. Placed a fresh Observer Ward down. Dian draining some mana. Oh god, not Psionic Traps, but the Psyblade almost got the kill on the range creep. But Lion did manage to suck it dry, or well, suck as long as the mana drain allows you to. Looking at the net worth, Shadow Fiend being number 1 with all the kills he's gotten, although thinking he's died twice. Still 3900 in the bank. I guess he's farmed up some jungle creeps now. I mean, looking at the last hits, does have only 1 more than a Storm Spirit for now. Storm Spirit though, also 2 deaths, I guess, so that kind of evens things out. Maybe a couple extra bounty runes for Mr. Crowley. Fisher doesn't get the perfect block onto Meow and didn't have the Vendetta anyway. There are 2 sentries, but you can outrun sentries, whereas if you get the dust, you can't do so, of course. Well, look at the drawings. Tidehunter wants to go in from behind. Does have a level 2 Gush. No Kraken Shell yet, so he's not all that tanky, but no chance. He's just gonna find him. Static Link is there. I mean, Anchor Smash is used, but Razor should be faster for sure. Even pops that Eye of the Storm now, but Tidehunter is actually proving to be just able to outrun the Razor. If he had just kept on running, kept on following Tidehunter for a little bit longer, I think that might have been the kill, but he fell a little bit too far behind early. Doesn't have boots finished though, and only 1 point into unstable current, which means he only has 3 movement speed more than the Tide, and sometimes that just isn't enough if you also need to attack while trying to chase him. If he had popped the Eye of the Storm immediately as he saw him from the high ground, like Eye of the Storm then Static Link, I think that would have been enough to just chase him down, keep on going. Now though, first Vendetta was used. But he knows that there's a sentry there just because the creep started attacking him. It's also, I mean, Vendetta for the knowledge of there being a sentry. It's not that bad of a thing in all fairness. Asharov in his 1k net worth ahead now. Farming up the jungle, just flash farming like an animal. Another Shadow Rays. Few right clicks, another big camp cleared up. And it's just going so fast for him. And it's not like the Shadow Rays cost all that much mana, considering the amount of damage that they deal. Bottom lane now, TA might be in a lot of trouble. There's even a sentry down just to make sure that he cannot melt, dodge, stuns. Or well, dodge anything. Top lane though, we'll see a blink forward. Sunny Room, he's in some trouble. Blink on cooldown for another 10 seconds. Dian, if he just gets close with a Hex with an Earth Spike, he's gonna go for the Earth Spike. But bottle for Room, he gets Hex now. So this bug coming in as well, does he have a swap? He does not. So I think Lion is gonna be safe for AZ. A few more right clicks, that's all they need, but the Impale buys some time. Fisher though gets the kill now. Suddenly Gashi's their room. No blink. Sonic Wave with the Echo Slam. Oh god, the turnaround is real. Queen of Pain did die in the end. But now Storm Spirit does zip in. Virus in a lot of trouble. Does get the enchant, so Totem stun Fisher. Not enough mana for that. Magic Sticks. Not gonna keep him alive. Nice Magic Missile. No dodge for the Storm Spirit. But suddenly, is he gonna go for the kill? Not with Mr. Crowley providing backup. Minus armor, Shadow Rays, and will force the last mana out of the Storm Spirit. Does have a few bottle charges, but I think it's gonna back off all the way home anyway. He's up to 2k gold though on the Storm Spirit. Oh, the swap back into Shadow Rays, the second Shadow Rays. Cannot even watch the fight recap without missing some kills. That was some massive, just not organization, just teamwork, I guess. Beautiful setup, swap into double raises. Storm Spirit didn't start sipping on the bottle early enough, for whatever reason. Sometimes it's like you might as well use it. Neither of those charges are gonna go to waste anyway. But bottom lane, Plasma Field, level 1, not enough to just dissuade ImpreZa from pushing in this tower. Oh god, guys. Water is so necessary, it's the juice of life. Mr. Crowley runs into a couple of Tidehunter illusions. Is going for a mech, or at least has the buckler. Would have enough gold to finish it up, but the Fisher catches Temporal Assassin. Nice Earth Spike will also stun Queen of Pain. Templar doesn't... well... I guess there's no detection. That's it. No meld hit though immediately, but he will have a meld hit. I think Storm Spirit, he jumps in as well. Is he gonna get the stun? No, he doesn't stun up the Queen of Pain immediately. There's the Fisher onto 2. Earth Spike only catches Razor. And Storm Spirit, he has to use so much mana to catch up to an Earthshaker. They will get the kill, but... that's a support kill. Somewhat worth it, stopping the Blink Dagger from Earthshaker from coming out, but... they should have been able to kill this Queen of Pain. I mean, they really should have been. But Storm Spirit still somewhat ahead of the Queen of Pain in net worth. Crowley though has picked up a Mithril Hammer instead. Casual Buckler, maybe it's gonna finish up the mech later and go for a BKB now. To be honest, if you have BKB, all you have to be afraid of is just the physical damage of TA, but... even that this early on might not be as scary. Especially, I mean, maybe that's why he has the Casual Buckler for now. Getting the bonus armor from that, then getting a BKB next, so you would kind of be safe from both worlds of damage. TA though does get the tier 1. Will get a Blink or a Yasha or well, whatever item he wants to go for next soon if he wants to. Him running to the side shop, I think it's going to be the Blink this time around. Yes, Blink TA. Oh god, supports, especially this Vengeful Spirit, not gonna have a fun time in the slightest. Speaking of the Vengeful, does have a Medallion of Courage finished, so if they want to go for Roshan, they have the 1 point into Presence of the Dark Lord. Wave of Terror is maxed out, so that would be -9 in armor already. As Meow also working towards a Blink, I assume, on the next Assassin, up to 1.7k gold. There's the Vendetta. Maybe it's gonna even work out this time around. Tidehunter is also running forward, has the Fisher, but can Meow catch up to Mr. Crowley? Well, he can, but he's solo for now. Vendetta hit, no Impale yet, and well, sometimes you just have to go for the straight out Impale. Then again, then you won't have the Vendetta damage, and only having the Tidehunter providing backup just wasn't good enough at this point. 14 minutes in now though, 8 to 11 the kill score. Look at the graphs, still a 1500 net worth lead for NightRaid. XP about 2000 as well. It is not that big to ImpreZa. They still have the Ravage to work with. At one point in the game, Tidehunter most likely will also be able to get himself a Blink Dagger. Oh yes, right. Razor is going for the mech, guys. I thank you for chat. I wasn't even really checking it. Oh, never mind. Mid lane, they get the jump. Finger of Death used. Electric Vortex, level 2, but still long enough of a duration for the disabled to get the kill. So Queen of Pain dies. ImpreZa, they are getting a few picks, of course. Finger of Death, a huge cooldown, man. 160 seconds. God damn, it's even longer than that Ravage for now. But yeah, I guess casual buckler. It's not like a horrible thing to be honest. Activating for the bonus armor. Crowley though in some trouble. Vendetta is there. Is he gonna take stop as well? They don't even need it. Mana drain, couldn't get too much done from Dian just because, well, the hero died beforehand. But nobody was too close either, so Shadowfiend, he does go down. Does have a BKB recipe before the death at least, so needs that least expensive item next, the Ogre Club. But finally a Vendetta gank actually working out for ImpreZa. So 60 minutes in now, ImpreZa. They have gotten themselves a net worth lead, 500, a tiny one, but XP also ever so slightly in their favor. Fisher will stop ZC for now. They will still claim the tier 1 though. Temper Assassin getting the last hit for that. Up to another 1.5k gold. And suddenly Shadowfiend, well, he's number 1 for now. But after this creep with Storm Spirit, I think he's gonna pull ahead. And with this Storm Spirit, suddenly needs only about like 100 gold to get himself that Orchid finished. And since Room is also going for an Orchid, that means that Queen of Pain will not have a BKB to counter that. He's gonna have an Orchid of his own though. So we might see like an Orchid battle coming out by the Storm Spirit and the Queen of Pain. One jumps in, Orchids, the other will get Orchid in return. But then again, Storm Spirit has a slight edge in that because he can jump in, Orchid, and immediately use that Electric Vortex at the same time. Top lane though, we have the Blink in from Fantastic. Blink, Impale as well to follow, but it's only a Vengeful Spirit and they turn it around completely. Spike Carapace just not enough to keep him alive. They will find Tian, who's trying to TP out. Will we have an Echo Slam to cancel it? No, we won't. Tried to go for the Enchant Totem, which was too slow. Storm Spirit still hanging about. They still have the Ravage as well. They actually want to go 4 heroes. Oh, 5 hero Ravage. 3 heroes get cleaved up by the Storm Spirit as well. Sonic Wave does do a lot of damage, and with that Requiem of Souls, they clean up the Storm Spirit. Tidehunter dies. Fantastic. He's on the run. Will he be able to outrun them though with the Psionic Traps? I guess he will, or will he? If he gets Shadow Strike up, he's trying to turn around, Blink into the river, and he's gonna be fine for now. Thank God for the changes that Reflection charges, you may lose them, but you can still blink if you haven't taken any damage through the charges, Reflection. But that was way too greedy from ImpreZa going in like that. If they had the Temper Assassin back up straight away with like Psyblades hitting 3 heroes who were clumped up here, maybe so. I mean, Ravage was great. Storm Spirit got quite a bit of damage with just Static Remnants and Overload. But they also got Sonic Wave, the both of them. They really needed like an Earth Spike or Impale to follow. Had they just had Earth Spike or Impale down or up the stairs, it doesn't matter. I think minimum 2 heroes would have gotten hit. So that was way too greedy by ImpreZa. I mean, I guess they're like, okay, we totally want to use our Ravage, make some use of it, but you have to pick your battles. Now though, Blink forward, Impale does catch Room for as well, and with the jump in from the Storm Spirit, they get the kill on the Queen of Pain. Well done. It's gonna delay out the Orchid, or is it? Yes, still needs a quarter staff. So Queen of Pain about 800 gold short of finishing up his own Orchid. Storm Spirit already has an Ogre Club as well. So going for the BKB next, and that's just gonna mean that the Orchid on NightRaid isn't gonna be as impactful. You can still like Orchid Lion, you can still go for like easy solo kills if you're the Queen of Pain with that item though. Even against Nyx Assassin is gonna be pretty nice, prevent that Spike Carapace from coming out. As 90 minutes in, kill score evening out slowly but surely. 12 to 14 ImpreZa. They are still a little bit behind, but network wise, they have a 1k lead as top lane. Virus, is he going for a solo kill? He wants to Echo Slam. ZC. Not gonna catch up though, and instead will TP out now as bottom lane. They do get the kill on Razor. Didn't even need to use the Orchid, and why is cancelling off the TP for the Dispag? But we might see a counter chop from NightRaid soon enough. Fantastic, he is completely ready for battle though. Has a Mithril Hammer. Might be going for a Glass Cannon-ish build with the straight out Desolator here. Help out with the pushing speed of course as well, so it's not gonna be that bad. Also, if somebody's inflicted with a Desolator debuff and the meld, and then suddenly the Vendetta comes in from the next assassin. It's gonna be just a hell of a lot more damage. Now though, it's a this bug. He is gonna deny a ward. I mean, this ward was about to expire soon enough anyway, but at least this sentry was worth 50 gold for the this bug now. And also the satisfaction you get from killing off that ward. It's always nice if you're a support, to be honest, just killing off wards. But BKB is finished for Crowley, another 2.1k after that even. So we'll see what he's gonna go for next. I mean, I guess he's gonna keep the buckler for as long as he can, just for the bonus armor for now. Razor with the mech already had it in the last fight, I think. The mech was also, I think, a huge reason why this Ravage didn't work out as well for them. It's fantastic now, has a double damage rune. But he would have been surrounded by quite a couple of heroes, but he will back off for now, and this item pickup is massive. A Blink Dagger for ZZ. That's gonna put them at, I think, 3 blinks for now. Yes, 3 Blink Daggers for ImpreZa. Sometimes you can... It's not gonna be like dead gold on the heroes, but after they jump in and if they don't manage to blow up NightRaid with their ultimate, suddenly this Blink Dagger won't help you fight at all. So 21 minutes in now, looks like ImpreZa might want to go for some kills here. Vengeful Spirit might be the first one if he walks down the stairs, but he's not gonna do so. Of course, he did see or have tabs of the Storm Spirit and Meow both. I think they know Meow ran into the trees. Meow himself, he knows Shadowfiend is close by because presence of the Dark Lord was there. But yeah, Crowley, he's pinging it out. Blink! Oh, they get the Impale as well. Mana Burn. Nice swap though. Are they gonna go for another kill instead? Magic Missile does catch Storm Spirit. Shadow raises Yule Scepter is there as well. He needs to be able to ball lightning, but he's not gonna be able to. What a setup. Mr. Crowley with the Yule Scepter. Also, Magic Missile connecting before the ball lightning came out. Storm Spirit a little bit too slow on the reactions. Top lane though, if only the Lion had the blink, it would be such an easy kill. The Fisher to farm up creeps, or maybe he knew the supports of their Earth Spike will not catch Virus. Dian and Virus though, they're at a similar stage in in ways of working towards the Blink Dagger. Orchid now is purchased though on that Queen of Pain. We'll see how much it's gonna do. I mean, Storm Spirit dying there definitely gonna slow down his BKB, so this Orchid might still have quite a few minutes to just completely wreck the Storm. Mr. Crowley though, is he gonna run into 3 heroes? He sees Dian, I think. Nope, nighttime too strong, guys, or too weak. Don't know how to say that. There is still a Ravage for ZZ. They're just waiting for a proper opportunity to do this. That's fantastic. With the Invis rune, he sees Crowley. He sees him going to farm up a camp. Of course, him hanging with BKB and the Yule Setter is pretty speedy, but they're gonna go for the easier kill. Virus slowed down by a Psionic Trap with the Blink. BKB activated as well. Virus still alive though, thanks to the mech, but there's the Blink. Ravage catches 2, and those 2 are gonna get absolutely obliterated. Even the Finger of Death was used for that one. So they get 2 kills. Mr. Crowley trying to come in and might even pay the price. I mean, there's only 3 heroes alive. Storm Spirit, he's gonna get Orchided up and stunned as well. Okay, he did absolutely nothing. Didn't even get his own Orchid onto room 4 before. So this Storm Spirit, I thought like him coming in might be the chance, but here he ran in from a wrong angle without really being ready to act. Psionic Trap now will slow down Mr. Crowley, so that I don't think they're gonna get more kills, but just keeping the Storm Spirit down is well enough. And suddenly Mr. Crowley once again 2k ahead of anybody else. Just the amount of farm he's gotten, 157 last hits. So he has pretty much 45 more last hits than anybody else in the game for now. Diando up to 2.1k gold, so he's gonna have his Blink Dagger pretty soon, whereas can't be said the same can't be said for the Earthshaker, who's still up to 1.2k gold only. Oh god, no, the silence, the Sonic Wave. He's gonna go down. I think Soul Burn, yes, just barely enough. Nice idea to try to earn yourself up. Mid lane though, Breaking of Souls, not gonna channel it. He thought it's gonna be enough, and with the Shadow Raises, indeed it will be. First using the 2 shorter ones. Now the Storm Spirit does get the jump onto room 4, and well, whoever gets the jump in that matchup sure looks to get the kill here with the Orchid. But Storm Spirit now has the Miracle Hammer, just needs the recipe for the BKB next. But they're gonna lose a tier 1 in the meantime. So Queen of Pain, yes he died, but NightRaid at least gets something more out of that one. No Chance also has himself a Nowhere Club, so working towards the BKB. Set this spark, Vengeful Spirit going for Power Tress to tank up a tiny bit. So Graphs, about a 700 lead for ImpreZa still in net worth, but it's dropping down XP 8 to 900 in the favor of NightRaid, and No Chance even activating Eye of the Storm to farm up the jungle a tad faster here. But this Nyx Assassin, 3, 2 and 3, I mean he's done something, but he just hasn't been that impressive with his performance so far on the Nyx, to be honest. Especially considering that you could have had a Nyx support do the exact same things and have the Tidehunter in the offlane maybe do a little bit more than he has thus far. But Lion, most important pickup guys, Blink. Also has a level 11, so Finger of Death, suddenly 60 seconds lower cooldown, down to 100 seconds from what used to be 160. That's a pretty huge difference in Storm Spirit. Gets the kill on Queen of Pain again. I mean, did get Orchided, but way too late. And that's why I said that Storm Spirit has an advantage in the sense that if he jumps, he can Electric Vortex and prevent the counter Orchid from coming out, whereas if the Queen of Pain jumps, yes, he can Orchid up that Storm Spirit, but Storm Spirit's gonna Orchid in return. And maybe just run away after that. But Storm, he's gonna have his BKB. That's gonna make his life a hell of a lot easier, to be honest. He still needs to step up the game a little bit with his ball lighting and just dodging stuff. Dodging projectiles and everything. But he does have his BKB finish for sure. A couple hundred gold extra for like maybe a TP, maybe 2. Always carry TPs, guys, if you can. At least 1. Preferably 2 if you have gold to spare, just to make sure that if you TP out, you're not gonna forget to purchase another one. But Virus also gets his own Blink Dagger, so this Earthshaker and the Lion, they are neck and neck with farms, just a 1 net worth difference, literally 1 net worth difference. Lion, if he gets a last hit, is gonna pull ahead. And I think it's gonna happen soon-ish. Like Earth Spike, get some last hits, mana drain, the range creep, go. So this game turns out to be kind of a passive one, and I'm afraid we might see even more passivity coming out from them in the near future as well. Tidehunter in the meantime has picked up a chainmail, so might be a blade mail, might be a mech in the making, because ImpreZa, they don't have a mech yet. It's actually quite hard to fight into a team with a mech when you yourself don't have it, unless you have really great burst damage, which I guess ImpreZa definitely not too shabby in that department. As Eagle Song is picked up on Shadowfin, so his butterfly will be finished within the next couple of minutes. BKB recipe is on the courier as well for Razor, so just needs the Mithril Hammer next. Only 400 gold short of that one. So a couple of key items coming up for NightRaid if ImpreZa give them enough time, and well, at the moment ImpreZa, they might feel like they have the better late game, and that they might even not be all that wrong with it. Just because they're gonna have double Ravage eventually, I guess. Oh, silence. Not gonna happen. Oh, the Blink Ravage will catch at least 3, but is there enough follow-up? The Blink Earth Spike will catch room for. They want this Queen of Pain. Finger of Death was used for the Vengeful Spirit though. Maybe a slight mistake as Queen of Pain just blinks out and will escape now. Sunny Setsi. He's so far up. Another Fisher to stop it. Mio gets the stun off. He's gonna have to escape to Death Reckon, but the Blink Echo Slam catches too. Horrible fight for ImpreZa. They lose the Temper Assassin to a Shadow Raze. Yuwak has his BKB activated on the Storm, but is he gonna go for a kill on Crowley? Crowley! What a man up mode. They did not need the Shadowfin to be there to get the kill, to be honest, but he manned up anyway. He wanted the ultra kill, he got it. Look at that XP gain for them, 7.7k. All in all, almost a 4k net worth swing now as well. This fight was so bad from ImpreZa. I mean, the Ravage was pretty good, the follow-up was so. I mean, they got the disables on the Queen of Pain, so Queen of Pain was out of commission for quite some time. I mean, they didn't even use the Sonic Wave in that fight. But Earth Spike only landed onto 1. That's a problem. Also, Vengeful Spirit getting blown up instead of the Queen of Pain. It's so. And whose gem is it? It is the Earthshaker. Not too sure if he had it in the previous fight though. But I see on chat, it's like GG, Storm got BKB. I'm not too sure if it's meant by the person who said it. If it's like, GG, they're gonna win now, nothing can stop Storm Spirit, or was it GG, they're gonna lose because Storm Spirit had to go for a BKB? Well, whichever one it may have been. Looks like this BKB did little good to him in the last fight because the teammates died way too fast. I mean, there is a BKB up on Temper Assassin as well, still just getting wrecked in the fights. I guess Eye of the Storm, minus armor, Wave of Terror, Presence of the Dark Lord. Quite a bit of physical damage and great Blink Echo Slam also by the Earthshaker, I have to say. Just landing on 2, 1 killed immediately. Temper Assassin couldn't really do anything to react after that. Now Roshan, minus armored up. And will go down so fast. Age is going to be picked up by Crowley, I think. Indeed it will be, so Shadow Fiend has the Butterfly, another 1.7k on top of that, 4k ahead of anybody else in net worth. Look at the graphs, XP, about a 5k lead for NightRaid. Net worth only nearing the 3000 mark, but it was a 5k swing with pretty much one fight only. Storm, is he trying to go for some more solo missions? I mean, has a haste rune, so might just work out for him this time around. But NightRaid, they look determined to push. They have a point booster on the Razor as well, so if he gets a tad more farm, gonna go for the Aghanim Scepter next. BKB will also be finished on Queen of Pains shortly as they get the kill. Easy kill on an X-Assassin. I do think Orchid was involved as well because he didn't get off a single ability. Okay, so as a second item for Storm Spirit BKB, 50% win rate. That's not too bad. I do believe in the last game Morphling and Lion together had a 50% win rate, and ImpreZa did win with that combination. Top lane though, they're gonna TP back because they're losing quite a lot of building damage themselves. Blink Echo Slam onto Fantastic before the BKB. Nice Ravage buys some time, but the damage is enough anyway. Storm Spirit with his BKB, Sonic Wave drops him down to half HP. Ball Lighting TP out, Blink forward, Silence onto Dian. Did turn around and use an Urn of Shadows, but who really cares about that? Setsi does also TP out, but that was Ravage used, BKB on Storm Spirit, and they only get the Nerve Shaker, whereas they lose 3 heroes themselves. NightRaid, they're looking better and better, to be honest, in the just fights that have been happening. 26 to 19 now. It used to be like 12 to 14, maybe even 13 to 14 at one point in time. But Headrest recipe at least is there for Tidehunter. It's just this Tidehunter support really hasn't done much this game. As much as it pains me to say. Same for that offlane Nyx Assassin, and they get the Eul Scepter onto the Storm Spirit. Requiem of Souls will get dodged, but ZC takes a huge brunt of the damage. Now Zedispak will go down, swap to buy some time, the stun as well. They get the Storm Spirit, you kidding me? Vengeful Spirit, what a play. He's been playing so damn well the entirety of the game. Nyx Assassin does make it out with a blink in the end. Mr. Crowley couldn't quite chase it down, but they even get the gem from this fight. Or I guess they might have gotten the gem back, not entirely sure. But what a game. Vengeful Spirit holding on to the buckler of Mr. Crowley as long as he has the ages, I guess. Earthspike will connect on the creeps, not on the heroes though. Man, this is gonna be tough to defend. I mean, Storm Spirit has buyback, but if he uses that one, it's gonna be so long gold offers. And oh, the enchant totem just as Mio comes in. It's gonna get silenced up as well. Scream of Pain. I don't think it connected. Even if it did, it's not gonna be quite enough damage. And they reclaim the gem. Earthshaker goes down with it. It's because Helm of the Dominator was delivered out to Shadow Fiend. So gem lost once again. At least that's nice for ImpreZa. I mean, they got the gem, so that's like a extra bonus for getting a kill on the Earthshaker, but they will lose it tier 2 even if it gets denied, and it does by Lion. It's still tier 2 down, less map control for ImpreZa, or well, harder to maintain map control, if nothing else. Although looking at it now, all they have is this ward, whereas the dire side, they are so far, well, this is extremely defensive. It's gonna expire anyway, but they're covering Roshan area so well. Monkey King Bar now though, suddenly finished up on TA. Of course they saw the butterfly some time ago on the Shadow Fiend, so they're like, yes, we need to get this Shadow Fiend down somehow. So Monkey King Bar, excellent item choice towards that goal. But BKB Orchid on the Storm Spirit just doesn't seem to be doing enough. ImpreZa, they have a Ravage, but after that, it's just skill shots with the Impale as well as the Earth Spike. And they need to land them on at least 2 heroes each, I think. Because as we've seen, even if somebody's dead in the lineup, they are still crazy strong. I just keep looking at that, or not, maybe not keep looking, but at the moment it felt like he's running into enemies or something. I don't know why, because they're obviously his teammates, but maybe they want to backstab him, maybe they're gonna let him down in a fight. So we have another pause. Storm Spirit needs a second, hopefully. Second is the best word to describe how long he needs. Lindo up to level 14. Do we have any big items picked up in the recent past apart from this Monkey King bar? Does not look like it. Exit showcase mode. Nope. Aghanim Scepter will be there for Razor though. Oh, never mind, he has the Aghanim Scepter ready, so I guess that's a pretty huge pickup. Also, a Satanic recipe for Crowley, and in 40 gold, he's gonna have enough gold for that Reaver, so Satanic is finished on Mr. Crowley. Suddenly killing him got like 3-4 times more difficult. But we're still paused, 28 to 21. Quick look at the graphs will tell us that NightRaid, a pretty comfortable 7.5k net worth lead for them. XP 12,000, even more so, so with the XP looking at the levels, it's just the Tidehunter lagging behind really. And Shadow Fiend being that far ahead of anybody else. Just a combination of Tidehunter not getting anything and Tidehunter, or the Shadow Fiend, excuse me, getting everything. Well, I wouldn't say everything, but a hell of a lot at least. Oh god, still paused though, still paused. But ImpreZa, they need to improve on the map vision. I mean, they have the gem. It's on the Nyx Assassin as well, so if he's running around, he can at least verify if there are any sentry wards around, so he knows if his Vendetta is in jeopardy or not. Unless there's like a high ground sentry, which isn't all that common, because you want your sentry to cover as huge of an area. So it's maybe you're gonna put it on here. It happens every now and then, but usually put it in the river to like cover multiple places. Maybe this high ground and this one both. Although I don't think it can actually cover both of them. Or sometimes it's like on here, around this spot, just to make sure whether if there's a ward here, or on this edge. This edge though has been used less and less ever since the changes to the map, I think, to the Roche Pit. What does a second mean, guys? What does a second even mean? Because... Okay, go. Yes! Whew! Thank God! Thank God, guys. Would have made me crazy if it had gone on for too long now. And I don't want to be crazy. Or somewhat crazy, but not during a cast, maybe. Otherwise, being a little bit crazy is just fine. So, are we ready? Yes! Yes, we are. Okay, so go. Time has been given. Next Roshan is gonna respawn, and God knows when, but not for another 3 minutes at the very least. So 3 minutes, 33 seconds. A pretty short cooldown. Or pretty short respawn time. And Aghanim Scepter is done on Razor now. Well, it was done before, it just needed to pick up the Ogre Club from the stash, or the chicken. Blink on Earthseeker, still 4-staff will be next, or maybe a Dagon. Expecting the 4-staff rather than the Dagon, to be honest. Storm Spirit also has picked up an Ultimate Orb. If he can work his way towards the Hex, Hex is going to be one of probably the easiest ways to deal with the Shadow Fiend. First of all, there's no butterfly when you're hexed. There's no evasion then. But Mr. Crowley pushing out rather aggressively by himself. ImpreZa, of course, they don't know how many heroes are in the close vicinity of the Shadow Fiend. But if they had gotten or gone for the jump then, highly likely it would have worked out. As in the meantime, no chance. Ives the Storm just expired, but he's gonna have it in another 25 seconds anyway. And are they gonna go for a push? Sure, looks like it. I mean, they don't have the Aegis, but they have the Satanic, which might as well be an Aegis since if you get it off properly. Setsi blinks out for now, Mac Crowley. Mr. Crowley, Mac Crowley. Oh god, the Yule Scepter Requiem source up, gets hexed out before. Didn't go for the BKB, but silence up onto Mew anyway. And with the Shadow Burn, with the last right click, he does die yet. He dies in his own base, so gem will be reclaimed. Still no mech for Tide, only about, well, 70 gold away from it. But that's gonna be a tier 3 with the Afterstorm helping out. They're gonna go for range tracks. At least one of them is Hex onto Mr. Crowley. Are they gonna get the jump? Blink Ravage. Nice swap out though. Electric Vortex still got activated. Sonic Wave will clip on 2, I believe. But Mech comes out for NR. So everybody's still alive. Nyx Assassin also pulled back. Got the stun onto Mr. Crowley. But Satanic is on cooldown. Does have the BKB though. And ImpreZa, they don't have too much to work with anymore. Blink forward. They get the silence onto Lion. Shadow Strike as well. A few more right clicks. Room has the double damage. Is he gonna get close enough? Long jump in. He went way too deep for Lion kill. That was no way worth it. But they get the Rax BKB for Mr. Crowley. Now he turns around. One more right click. Nope. Spike Carapace buys a little bit of extra time. Lion also purchased back. Dian does have the blink. Blink. Oh, the Yule Scepter buys some extra. Fisher will buy some more time. Blink Echo Slam with the Plasma Field coming through. Storm Spirit can ball lightning away, but fantastic. He doesn't have the man fight. They say Satanic is too strong for the Shadow Fiend. And well, he's just gonna go down. Do we have a gem on them or was it? Oh, never mind. There was a sentry down. So that's also going to be a range tracks falling. Looking at the buyback status. It's, well, 2 heroes had to buy back. Storm Spirit wouldn't have it if he died. He's pretty close to it though. So a couple extra last hits, a couple of kills. He's going to have it. Nice Impale will clip to Meow. They're going to jump on Mr. Crowley. Doesn't have a BKB either. No Satanic. His positioning, well, I have to say, was pretty bad as well, to be honest. So he kind of deserved this death. Oh, look at the streak! 887 gold to the Tide Hunter. Maybe not the greatest hero to give it to, but Razor just TP's out. Nothing to cancel the TP with. For Meow, I guess Impale was still on cooldown. But man, if you know the heroes are coming, why would you stand here? If you hit Drax, maybe, but Shadow Fiend should have just gone to like this point. Attack from here. That's just giving away unnecessary gold in all fairness, but they are still 1 Rex ahead. They are still very much so farmed on a lot of their heroes. I mean, look at the graphs, a 14,000 net worth lead XP, still sitting at around 12,000, but Roshan has respawned now. Without the Shadow Fiend, it's not going to be as easy to claim it. But they should be able to do it anyway. I mean, Wave of Terror is there, Medallion of Courage, that's minus 12 armor. But I think they're still going to wait for the Shadow Fiend. They're even going to purchase a gem. This bug picks it up. Finally, Tide Hunter finishes the mech. Even has another 1.3k after that, after purchasing Sentries and the Smoke. But ImpreZa, they think Roshan is going on. They haven't seen anybody for some time on the map now. Or at least not the important heroes, but are they going to even go check Roche? If they get some kills now, they can go for Roche themselves, because those heroes will be there. But Sentry is down. Do they know this is happening? Afterstorm was already activated. It even connected on Meow once, and that just kind of made it so that, okay, we're gonna back off. Afterstorm, did he use it to farm up before that? Not entirely sure, but they are dewarding now with the Gem 1, the Vengeful Spirit. It also gives them a slightly better idea of where that Nyx Assassin might be. But room for Queen of Pain, up to 2.6k gold. And he's gonna get jumped, the Orchid is there. He's not gonna BKB in time, but the Fisher buys enough time. BKB is in return, but never mind. Storm Spirit didn't even get off a BKB at all. Stun lock to Oblivion by the Earthshaker. Even the Echo Slam spent, but well worth it to get the Storm Spirit like that. Just because Roshan... Whoa, whoa! Like what? 5 seconds, Roshan dead? Then again, they do have minus 18 armor on them. So, they have the aces now. Razor, up to another plate mail. Might be AC, might even be a Shivas. Both viable options for sure. Mr. Crowley, up to 2.7k gold. Can go for an AC himself. Maybe leave that Shiva's card to the Razor instead. Huh, so what is Swagger Fiend? Not a bad gold per minute at all, for sure. 632. Top lane though. Oh, they get the jump on Virus. He's gonna go down, of course. Echo Slam wasn't cooldown anyway. But can they get some objective damage done? At least they force no chance to TP back. Room is also there. Gets the silence of the Dian, but no Shadow Strike to slow them down. Fantastic. Try to just bait somebody to the high ground. Net worth wise though, Shadow Fiend so far ahead of anybody else. I mean, 23,000. Next highest is gonna be 17 soonish. the Temper Assassin. But the TA just hasn't gotten any item progression at all. Still sitting on the Monkey King bar, the BKB. He's not explosive as you would hope that hero to be honest. Storm Spirit also, the later the game goes, the more it feels like Storm Spirit can't accomplish anything. Another Vendetta though, finally level 3 for Meow. Maybe this one's gonna work out. Still has the gem as well. They do have a Ravage if they only had enough mana for it. Hasn't gone for Arcane Boots, so you can't really go for the Refresher Orbs because you're not gonna have enough mana without Arcanes. Don't know how I feel about that. But 25 to 34. NightRaid, they are a little bit afraid to just go Death Ball. Of course, Blink Ravage is always going to be devastating. The BKB timings haven't been the greatest thus far either, but they have 3 BKBs I believe. All of their cores have it. 7 seconds for Razor. Shadow Fiend down to 7 as well, and the Queen of Pain gets his Hex, also 7 seconds, so funny enough, all of them have the exact same BKB durations. But Earthshaker does deny a tower, fantastic. Wanted to get it for himself, I would assume, but looks like NightRaid, they might still be going for a push. Fantastic and Meow, they're on the hunt on the bottom lane in the meantime. But Blink in, Room gets the Hex as well onto Dian. Is he gonna get the kill on the line? Is he gonna pop the Sonic Wave for that? Nope. He gets hexed up in return. Storm Spirit, he goes for it as well. Queen of Pain, too greedy. Mech is there to swap as well. Ravage still clips him. Storm Spirit jumps forward. No BKBs yet from anybody else. Tidehunter, is he gonna be able to outrun this? Finger of Death was used to get the kill. Yule Scepter is there now though. They get the tier 3. Shadow Rays, one right click Crowley. Gets the kill. He still has the Satanic, but no chance. Gets his BKB off as well, and suddenly Storm Spirit out of mana. He dies. He buys back. So did the Tidehunter. Are they gonna back off? Are they gonna stay for Rax? Crowley, as the Satanic might wait for that ages before that though. Storm Spirit jumps in an Electric Vortex. Do they have some stuns? They're gonna need some stuns to deal with this Shadow Fiend, I think. Razor already running away, but Crowley, how much can he do? BKB on cooldown. Satanic though gets the Tidehunter down. Nope. He uses the Tidehunter himself. The last right kick. Now there's the Mech Shadow Rays. Not gonna be enough. He just saved his teammate. Or not his teammate, but the enemy. Even the Death Requiem, not enough to get the kill on Tide just because, well, I think he got to blink out from that or ran out. NightRaid taking a real sloppy fight. Queen of Pain going in that deep. Committing with a Hex. I mean, if you could go for a Hex like that, you might as well Sonic Wave to secure that kill in all fairness. Or at least BKB before that Orchid ends, so you're not gonna get hexed up in return. They just got jumped randomly like that. Meow now on the hunt once again. ImpreZa, they are kind of grouped up, so at the very least they want to claim this tier 2. Crystallis is there for the Temper Assassin with a finished up Daedalus. So Temper Assassin getting a little bit scarier now for sure. Still, he's the only farmed hero, but ImpreZa, they've shown that they can definitely fight. Especially with those great Ravages that the Tidehunter has been pulling out with the blink of his. And NightRaid, they just don't feel to take this situation seriously enough. It's like, maybe they feel like they're too far ahead with having the Aegis and everything. They're fighting without all of their heroes being there for one. And just jumping in where they shouldn't, or jumping in but without activating a BKB. And with this, suddenly what used to be a 15,000 XP lead is come down to 6,000. Net worth still though 16k. So they have lots of extra items. And still, I think they have the better late game as well to win. It's okay, late game is still arguable. I mean, Blink Hex from Next Assassin is massive. Plus, Yuva on the Storm Spirit, well, he died, he had to buy back. Otherwise, probably would also have Hex by now. Boots of Trials in the meantime, purchased on Shadow Fiends. It's still not 6 slotted, also he can swap out the Yules anytime. This Yules, to be honest, it's gotten some value this game, but the last usage was just a little bit unfortunate for him. Otherwise, the Tidehunter would have died. He made it so that Yule Scepter dodged the last attack as Virus. Oh god, this is gonna get scouted. Vendetta Impale Storm Spirit jumps in as well. No Electric Vortex even needed. So another kill on the Earthshaker. No Echo Slam for 63 seconds. ImpreZa, of course, they do not know whether he has buyback or not, but they might want to put it to the test. Just push out this lane, see how NR reacts, and if he buys back the Earthshaker, you should have plenty of time to at least back off from the creep wave, if nothing else. I mean, other than that, it's not like NightRaid have some AoE lockdown or anything. Tianda, what's his next item? 1.9k in the bank at the moment. Is he planning to go for like maybe a late hex of his own on the Lion? Get Blink double hex, one with the item, one with the ability. Maybe Aghanim Scepter. The AoE aspect of it, to be honest, usually doesn't do anything. But it's still some extra damage, some stats for you. We'll see though. Maybe just get the 4 staff, some mobility for the team. Chem, Shadowfiend is the one carrying now. He's level 25, but he's steeping back. Has boots of travel, so it's not that big of a deal. Lower cooldown as well, of course. I thought that they're gonna like smoke if he's steeping back that far. They're just gonna farm up a couple of lanes, but if he gets 6 slotted, do they make it so that the Shadowfiend will stop farming? I highly doubt it, because he just pushes out lanes so fast, and push lanes make things a lot easier. But ImpreZa, I mean, they are 1 racks behind, but they are holding on, and they are just even slightly crawling their way back possibly. Net worth now 14,000 lead. XP only about 2,500. How many heroes do we have at 25? Only the one. Okay, that's one of the reasons why they're catching up in XP as well, because Shadowfiend, the highest farmed hero, the highest level hero, isn't gaining anything. But we do have an AC finished on Razor, so if they just go as 5, I still think they should be able to do this, but they just haven't been there as 5. They haven't gotten the BKBs off properly in time to dodge the Ravage either. But fantastic, he's just creep skipping. He can TP, well, BKB, TP out, Fisher, not the Fisher but swap. Vengeful Spirit was too far away. But playing like this, man, BKB does not guarantee your safety. Way of Terror now, so they know by now he's TP'd out already. Storm Spirit though does get the Hex. Did have enough time to farm it up, so has the same items as Queen of Pain, I think. Yes, Queen of Pain has a little bit of extra gold, so I believe he has buyback as well. So every core, all the cores rather on NightRaid have buybacks. And ImpreZa, they might even put those buybacks to the test. They have the Ravage, level 3. Meow, scouting out with the Vendetta. And they're gonna get the Hex onto room as well. Queen of Pain, no chance. With the Finger of Death, level 3. 40-second cooldown, demolished. Although heroes are coming in now, NightRaid, do they really want to fight this? I wouldn't think so. Ravage wasn't used. Smoke still untied, and oh, are gonna find somebody. Blink, Impale, catches fires to get the Hex as well onto Crowley. Ravage was used at the same time. Another Earth Spike onto 2, but they're still alive. No chance comes in with that Eye of the Storm. Nice Fisher though, will stop Meow for a little bit. Echo Slam was used, not to great effect, as Yua TPing out will succeed. Shadowfiend rather goes down to TA. So it's a 1-for-1 for now. Ravage wasn't the greatest this time around, and was used or connected on the hero same time as he was hexed up anyway. But Queen of Pain did buy back for this. So it's still a win for ImpreZa. Then again, if they lose Roche, maybe not as much, but 4 heroes for them are alive, and there's no Shadowfiend, the biggest damage dealer, to help out with clearing out Roche. $4.4k also up on Fantastic all of a sudden. Tian, 3.4k on the Lion. Might even want to go for like an E-Blade, for example, in all fairness. Just E-Blade finger to somebody to death by yourself. No assistance needed. As how much gold does somebody else have? So 5k on TA, 4k on the Shadowfiend. Shadowfiend though has picked up an Ultimate Orb, so I think it's gonna be a Skadi. Lion though, he's gonna get jumped. Fantastic, dropping low, goes down to the physical damage. Virus will stay alive as TA goes down. They get the Lion. Oh, Magic Missile stops Storm Spirit. He's gonna lose his life. I didn't even catch that, but that was disastrous. Why were there 4 ImpreZa heroes there like that without having a Ravage? Why were they fighting? Maybe they got the jump on Virus, got the Earthshaker low. But what is even an Earthshaker kill that important? I wouldn't think so. And suddenly the Shadowfiend will respawn. He has Boots of Travel. If NightRaid had vision, they would know there's a double damage, so might even just go snatch that one fast. Bottle up on room 4 possibly even. Just because they're doing a lot of damage thanks to the Vengeance Aura. I mean, Queen of Pain, he's hitting for 300 plus. He's hitting for more than Razor. Razor, of course, he can steal damage, has the Eye of the Storm also. But at least he has the AC, so he's pretty tanky in the front lines. NightRaid, they get one huge fight. Oh, nice Blink Impale, only onto 1 though. Does get stunned in return, double stunned even. Magic Missile and Fisher both. No chance. High ground. Gonna back off, but Mr. Crowley, Requiem of Souls, no BKB before though, he gets hexed. What a surprise. Another use was used this time by Mew himself. He gets hexed up. By Queen of Pain silence as well. I think it's gonna lose his life. Indeed he is. Does have buyback though, but then again Storm Spirit does not. That's gonna be another set of racks. Ravage was used, absolutely hitting nothing. Not too sure if something damaged him and he couldn't blink, but that's just no Ravage. Are they gonna lose the third Rax because of that? There's no TF3 to go through, just the Rax exposed. Storm Spirit not there for 25 minutes. This might be GG, guys. In the backlines, they do get the stuns on the Vengeful Spirit, but they're just gonna lose Rax at the same time. Meow drops low as well with Virus jumping in with a huge Echo Slam, buying some more time. Vengeful still alive. Oh my god, they just can't even kill off a Vengeful Spirit with 3 of their heroes. Virus will lose his life too, just the right clicks are fantastic, but it's supersized Mega Creeps. There's not too much of a chance for ImpreZa now. They do get the Hex on Mr. Crowley. I think Storm Spirit's gonna come in. No, not needed. Finger of Death gets the kill. But just ball down mid lane, that's their only chance. Look into the buybacks though. Well, 2 cores and Yoshi can have it for NightRaid, so this should be fine. Blink Dagger was just purchased for this bug. He's alive anyway, so he's fine. 4 staff now for the Lion. Vladimir's offering for the Tide. This is taking anything they can to help out. But I think this game, with this one fight bottom lane, suddenly is out of their grasp. Well, not entirely, but supersized Mega Creeps, guys. It's just not too high of a chance for them to come back from this. Refresher Orb also there for no chance, so double Eye of the Storm. That's what's really gonna make it hard, I think. But the Ravage, how much is it still on cooldown? 55 seconds. That was just an unacceptable Ravage, to be honest. It would have maybe clipped 2, but they had PKBs by that time anyway. Oh god. That's it. That was a disaster, to be honest. They are going to get counter Rex. Maybe they're even going to be able to claim all 3 of them if they get some kills. But Room jumps in with the BKB, gets the Hex on Yua. Is their backup? Sonic Wave does still connect on him with Visher, but the BKB comes up before. Eye of the Storm, double of it. Gets the Refresher Orb off, and suddenly he's tanky. Or is he tanky enough? Fantastic. No, the swap back. The right clicks. He is tanky enough thanks to the AC. Virus though in some trouble. No Echo Slam for 3 more seconds. He's going to have to buy back though. But their own base. Creeps are pushing in. They're not going to let anybody TP back. They're going to get set C, I think. Fantastic though. He's the first target. Will get stunned up. Nice Impale catches too. But, well, Meow, he goes down. They're going to get some more Orchid up. Shadow Strike as well onto Fantastic. They need some more, but he blinks out. Are you kidding me? Is he really going to make it out from this? In the meantime, Dian is there. Finger of Death on cooldown. And GG is called. They could not go for the counter Ancient. And, well, what do you know, guys? Another Join Dota League group stage game will end up as a 1-for-1. And, well, this is even not it for the day. We're gonna have at the minimum 1 more series, and it's also gonna be some Southeast Asian Dota. So at 16 CT, only in 30 minutes because this game was so long, we're gonna have Awake going up against Burster. Should be a decent series. Definitely entertaining teams to watch. Awake has been kind of rocky with different stand-ins and just, I mean, they used to play a lot better like August, September, some around that area when MPGL qualifiers were being played and everything. But guys, this is it for this series. We'll be back in around 30 minutes with Burster versus Awake. Hopefully you enjoyed the games as well as the casting, and if you did, be sure to follow HeflaTV for more content. It is HeflaTV on both Facebook as well as Twitter. For me personally, at Coucher everywhere. And well, just listen to some music. Feel free to even request some songs if I can find them on Spotify as we're waiting for the next series. But for now, just have a good one.